And good Friday morning, everybody. My name's Curtis. I'm with Goodwill Work and Community Services, and we're going to try something a little different today. We are going to do some art. Yes, you don't have to be proficient at art, you just got to have some paper and something to write with. So sit back, grab something, and let's get started. All right, I found myself. There we go, just so I can keep track of what's all going on. I should turn the brightness up on my phone. Yes, I'm in a different environment. I'm actually from home today. Um, One thing I miss the most about this uh, change in service delivery is the fact that I would love to go out on the work floor at Work Community Services and sit down and talk with our individuals. And some things that I've done before in the past is, we're writing stuff down all the time, but every now and then it's kind of nice to cut loose and do something a little different. So that's kind of what the basis of my program today is for, is that sometimes as a stress relief when days are hard, um, and stress is high and you just kind of want to do something different, you want to be able to do something calming and relaxing, and that's what I am doing today. So I got a ginormous sketchbook so that way I have a nice surface to work on. And you can go to any kind of supply store, whether it be Michael's, Staples, Walmart, even Myers has some. You can get a inexpensive little art kit that's got many different things. It's got pencils. It's pencils over here. We've got some of the oil paints right there. We've got watercolors. So it's a nice assortment of things. So I'm going to grab my eraser and a couple pencils. It only comes with two, but it's a start, right? Okay, so today's topic for something to draw is we're going to draw whatever animal you love to go see at the zoo the most. We have a phenomenal zoo here in Columbus, and I like to go look at many of the different animals that are there, and just sit back and watch some of the fun things that they do. So, what I am going to do is I'm going to draw something, and I would encourage you to think of what animal you want. Now, we don't all have to be perfect at art. I, for one, am nowhere near perfect, but it's relaxing. So, let's get started. Um, so, what kind of animals do you guys like? Ah, something popped up in the way. Giraffes and gibbons. What is a gibbon? Monkeys. Oh, yes, you must see the monkeys. Um, I have seen so many different things the monkeys have done. It is such a great time. Um, for me, there's a few different ones. I like extremely large pachyderms, um, like elephants and hippopotamus. The hippos to me are a good signal of representation of strength. Um, Monkeys I like to visit. The manatees. Who doesn't like a good sea cow, right? Then that makes me hungry for a hamburger, and then I gotta stop and take a break. Not that manatees are the source of beef. I'm just making a reference. Um, just I like to entertain myself sometimes. Um, One of my most favorite animals of all time is a tiger. I was born and raised in Masson, Ohio, which we all know is the home of the Masson Tigers high school football team. which is also the birthplace of such football greats as Paul Brown, and more recently, you would know Chris Spielman, and um, there was a quarterback for Justin Zwick. He was an OSU quarterback till Troy Smith showed him up. He was from Masson as well. Gibbons are a type of monkey primate. Okay. I'm a dork. My favorite part of the zoo is the North American bird aviary. Well, that's better than the butterfly exhibit, but it's not too much of a dork. I saw a tiger. And a tiger wasn't eating the birds, I hope. So, one thing I like to do when I am sketching and just starting out is I like to draw shapes. You really want to just give some shapes to your animals first, because that's going to help you do something a little different. So what I am going to do right now is I'm going to draw some shapes to kind of get you an example of what I'm talking about. And so that way you can see. Isn't this relaxing? You know, I was thinking about maybe getting like a Bob Ross um, curly headed wig, but I didn't want to be too predictable because a lot of people would think that. So, Tiger saw a man. Tiger ate a man, I think. Um, so, you know, you can't really see the very light lines right now. My lighting's not exactly the best. I think I'm going to have to change my light bulbs in the overhead light for future things. But you can see I've just kind of got some ovals and some circles and some oblong shapes drawn. That's how I start. That's how you can start too. All right, so from there, I'm going to use my darker lead and I'm going to start putting a little bit more shape to these shapes. So what it is, you know, I'm going to do different. There we go. Bring it all together. Another tip that can help you is if you find a reference picture. My daughter is very good at that. She once drew a whole bunch of Pokemon just off of a picture. And they were in a circular pattern and stuff. So it was really ingenious on how you can do that. Debbie, who's Debbie? Guess that's better than Johnny, right? Who's Johnny? I know, my son's looking at me right now, giving me the eye. Your weird dad look. We don't have a Debbie at WCS, Michael. I'm drawing the nose right now. Trying to get the snout. The snout for me is kind of a hard sell. So, how you guys coming in your creations? picture of this would really be very helpful for me right about now because I think I'm really botching it. But you know what? It's okay because I'm feeling nice and calm. Nothing too stressful about it. Kind of being one with nature. Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na. Well, that eye looks atrocious. Oh, I don't want to make my tiger cross-eyed, do I? All right. Look at that. I got a nice face going right now. Sure, it's not professional. Bob Ross is probably rolling in his grave right now, but you know what? He always enjoyed the spirit. You know, one good art studio, Debbie. You know, I've never been to art studio. I've walked past it several times being over at Edge Hill, but I've never been there. You know, we have individuals that get to go there on Thursdays, and they enjoy it. They've got such creative minds. I would love to be able to see some of their work, but I'm never the quickest one to sign up or volunteer when they're looking for staff to take them because everybody just loves going to art studio. All right. I think my tiger's going to have a body type similar to mine, which is when you're looking at an hourglass and all the sand's in the bottom. That's kind of my body type. But, you know, I kind of enjoy it. That's pretty bad. My grandma used to love watching Bob Ross, and she'd get out her pastel oil paints, and she'd try to just go right along with him. Put such a smile on her face. Sometimes when you're working on a farm and you need to kind of kick back and relax, these are the kind of activities you do. That was always funny because she always watched him on a black and white TV, and you know, if there's one thing that is hard to grasp about art is the coloring aspect of it, and you can't really tell colors when you're looking at black and white. Though me, from a city boy aspect, I guess my mind played tricks and added in colors that I was used to. So it was different. I think I want him to have like a Popeye arm. Hello, I see lots of people joining us today, which is great. Would love to hear some of our new joiners and some of the animals that they love looking at the zoo. What kind of habitat does your zoo animal reside in at the zoo? Are they in water? Are they swinging from trees? Are they like the bonobos and they're just everywhere? Are they flying around in a cage? You know, Mike, I think you picked birds because you wanted something easy to draw. Joe, good to see you, sir. God, I missed some of our talks. Yeah, Bob Ross, they've got him streaming all over several different streaming services right now. It's kind of unique. You know, I think the head on my tiger is a little smaller than the body. I think that was supposed to kind of be a bigger head, but you know what? We're just going with it. Diane Ladybug Ivory. Hey, girl. Ladybug. Is that a nice nickname? All right. Let's, and as I'm going along, I'm erasing some of the lighter lines from the shapes that I drew to free up some clean space in here. And now if I wasn't live on here right now, I would probably be dozing off because I feel so relaxed at the moment. I guess mine can be a lady tiger. My daughter's chuckling at me over off to the side. It's no different.
No, there's no difference. Besides probably being smaller.
Oh, okay, so she's filling me in because she's my animal expert here at home. That there's really no difference between the males and female tigers, except female tigers are a bit smaller in nature or stature. Right now, I am putting in stripes. I don't want to make it too stripey. How do I stripe that section? And you know what, Mike? Maybe we should have had somebody from Art Studio do this one. Or maybe that's just my self-doubt. I need to take a listen from my own confidence video and be a little bit more confident, right? Yeah, Mike, I know that you'd definitely be done with that bird. Gotta see if I can open up if you guys can post pictures on this video. The Erasure. Isn't that a techno band from the late 80s, early 90s, Boo? Erasure. Oh, mine definitely does not look like that. You know what? My daughter's pulling up pictures from the side, and it reminded me that tigers have round ears, not pointy ears. Maybe that's why mine looks a little bit different. It's good to have an animal buff around here. There we go. Yeah. Love seeing big cats at the zoo, not the Tiger King Zoo. Yes, definitely not the Tiger King Zoo. I really don't think that that's an actual zoo, just a crazy thing that somebody's doing. Didn't we have somebody here in Central Ohio that had a collection of wild animals at their house? It was over in Newark, wasn't it? And then some of them got loose. I remember reading that. But I guess I'm distracting myself from what I'm working on. Anybody else finished? Or is Mike just the only one because he picks easy animals like birds to draw? I only pick on him because I really like him. He's a good man. Oh, can you imagine how much fun sitting down with our individuals this would be? Or if I've got any individuals watching this video right now, what do you enjoy about sitting with your staff and having kind of laid back moments like this? It's just kind of amazing. I remember one individual when I was doing my internship with Yaz over at Edge Hill. Ah, we would just sit and draw and color and talk, and it was a great way for this person to express kind of how they were feeling. And that's kind of what we like to do as well, you know. Well, how are you feeling today? Is everything going well at home? What kind of issues are you having that you need to talk to somebody about? Now, I'm not expecting you to bare your soul out to the community like this, but if you've got staff with you right now or somebody that you trust to talk to them. Say, hey, I need to talk to somebody. I'm not quite sure how I'm feeling right now, and I really use some help. Don't always have to have all the answers, but it's great to have somebody just to talk to. Zanesville, yes, thank you, Joe. Thank you. All right, so you're kind of taking shape right now. I think I'm about ready to add some color. I'm going to try to keep it under time limits today. Oh. So, my colored pencils just have the color there. They don't really describe what the color is, so I'm just going to have to use my eyes. And I'm not going to sit and draw perfection today, just because I'm trying to keep it within limits. Plus, this is just kind of my relaxing activity right now, right? Now, if we've got any art studio representation here with us today, am I correct that you want to start with a lighter color first and work your way into darker colors? And you know what, Boo? Now I've got some Erasure song bouncing around in my head. Maybe next time I can play some music, I'll have to have our DJ Vic set me up a nice, relaxing soundtrack that we can sit and listen to while we're doing this. Then again, kind of liking the quiet. Well, I know, Mike, you don't color. You guys are out coloring the community with your existence and your smiling faces. And your personalities. That's the word. Personalities. I know my daughter would probably yell at me right now if she sees how light I'm coloring compared to what I was doing with her colored pencils the other day. We were coloring horses, and I was doing a nice colorful rendition of a horse. Nothing realistic about it at all, and I was coloring nice and dark. Come on, Mike. Why hold back now? I mean, it's not like you're coloring or anything. You said you're done with your drawing. You could really light up this commentary. Do you have any suggestions on an art topic for next Friday? Kind of like to make this a regular thing. Anyway, I saw there's going to be some upcoming craft projects coming up on the calendar. And there's some more that still haven't been added to the calendar. You know, Mike, we still need to go get another bowling game on. But unfortunately, under the circumstances, we can't go to the bowling alley. collages. Ooh. Okay, I kind of like that idea, Vicky. Or, Boo. Lord, I am. You know, you get used to working in certain environments. And for those that aren't familiar with work in community services, is that um, we can be a loud, boisterous group. Um, um, so for me, quiet is a polar opposite of what we're doing right now. So to sit and have some quiet time, kind of nerve wracking. I feel like I got to talk the entire time. I hope you guys don't mind hearing my voice. Oh, don't give me that look. My daughter's looking at me weird. Oh, almost done with the orange. I'm always my toughest critic. Anybody else that way? Ugh, I think that's black. We shall see. Still life, a landscape and portraits. Yes. Um, I think maybe we can utilize our cameras on our computers and our phones. We can definitely do self portraits. That would be interesting. Landscapes are very nice. Still lifes aren't bad. Um, that was always the one thing I disliked the most about art class because I wanted to just get right into it. Um, but, if it wasn't 36 degrees outside and spitting snow every now and then, we could have went outside. But yeah, definitely get some nice landscapes in. Um, I moved recently, for those that didn't know, and the new place, the area we're living at, is a nice little community, and there's all sorts of ponds and walking paths, a couple wooded sections. Would love to get out and just sit out somewhere and draw something. This was something that I'd actually planned to do with some of our WCS individuals who may not feel confident in their ability to even attempt something like this. Um, Many people are too self conscious to let their guard down and to just draw something. So when the weather got nicer, I was going to start taking small groups out and just have like a little art club. Now, I'm not competing with the art studio, so please don't hate on me for it, but just to kind of give them an introduction to this wonderful world of art. It has brought me a lot of peace and joy through the years. I sit and fiddle with it every once in a while, and brings me back to my younger days many moons ago. Mike, I don't know if your ADS program is loud and boisterous. You guys are small groups out in the community. Yaz had its moments when they were in the building, but then they got out in the community as well. Unless you're talking about the All-Star basketball game last spring. Uh, I'm a little disappointed I don't get to bounce off the basketball floor like I did last year. But, we'll get to that soon enough. All right, I am getting close to running out of my half-hour time today, and I am almost done trying to fill in the last couple stripes. Add a little color. Oh, that is not brown. You know what? He's going to be sitting on a red log. I swear I'm not colorblind. You know, I worked, the director at one job that I was working at when I was doing store design. Um, he used to always want to approve color samples if we were trying something new for a store. And one day I was showing him a couple things, and he looks at me and he goes, "Either one's fine. I really can't tell. I'm colorblind." It floored me. Animation drawings, I am not good at real life. Well, you know what? Maybe we could do an animation day theme as well. I love all the ideas. All right, so it's been a half hour. Um, Here is my tiger. Yeah, it definitely not going to make anything on National Geographic or anything, but it's just been a fun time to sit here and express some of my love for art with you guys, and to kind of get you rekeyed back on a low stress level, chit chat a little bit. Love all you guys, and thank you for your time. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.